Crank that sound or grab your earbuds. It's time for Artist Direct on FM 100.5, your inside scoop on the music scene. Brought to you by Singing Hammers Construction.
Seems clear you don't want me here no more. I try to stay awake as we do better when I ain't around, so why offend? Came home and I found again all my stuff piled at the door. Say, when's the last time you even took a shower? Yeah, you stink and you're never around. You're helpless, hopeless little clown. Take a bath, I hope you drown. I tried, I can't do this anymore. Smart, I understand. That's true. The worst I did was not to be what you wanted me to be for you. You killed me. Can't you see? I walk these streets going back and forth, just dreaming maybe I'll go back up north. I can feel still a little more warmth and I can see my breath again. I think I'll move out west to San Francisco. Find a big cathedral, I'll paint a big old fresco, a picture of Mother Mary, but the face is really yours. And all the sick and the poor can come from miles around. I pray to you to heal their sickness, fall down to knees and beg forgiveness. Say, oh please, and I'll bear witness. I'll say, yeah, she's long suffering, she's been with me. You can come to them in their darkest hour. Yeah, you can say, hey, I can feel your pain. See that man, he tried to love me in vain. In the end, he just drove me insane. But I'm so good, I still let him try.
It's Artist Direct here on FM 100.5. This song is a letter to a saint, and the band is the Dead Pigeons, and I'm thrilled to have Drew from the Dead Pigeons on the phone with me this morning. Hey, Drew, good morning.
Hey, Jenny, how you doing?
I'm great, and I'm excited because you guys are coming back to town. It's been a little while.
Yeah, it has been a little while. I'm not sure how that happened.
Yeah, well, you know, are you guys saying you're actually, you have busy, fulfilled lives without just coming to Decorah? I don't understand that.
Well, we love Decorah, so I'm surprised we're not there more often, but yeah, I'm glad we're coming back.
We love it when you guys are here. The Dead Pigeons have a soft spot in many of our hearts. I have to tell you a sort of a random, I sound like such a creeper, and I am. So there we go. Confessions by Jeni. I was at one of those 24-hour workout facilities, like, I don't know, last time you guys were coming to town, which I think was like a year. I mean, it's been a while. But
yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so I was there, and a guy who's this like big, puffed up, muscle dude. He's talking with this other guy that's got the bro cap on, and it's backwards, and they're chatting, and the one guy's like talking about, I don't know. I just sort of thought like I wasn't going to really enjoy their conversation right next to me, and the next thing I hear is, "Well, are you going to the Dead Pigeons?" And I thought, all right, they did not tag that dude for a Dead Pigeons fan. But I think that's one of the things that's so much fun about the Dead Pigeons is you guys really appeal to a lot of different people that like the folk, people that like the alt country, people that like the country. Was that a choice you made on purpose when you came together as a group, or is that just something that's happened?
I wish it was a choice. I wish I could say we were that smart, but no. I mean, really, all we do is, our motto is just like be true to a song kind of a thing. So, and we're really songwriting oriented. So,
yes,
yeah, and it just people seem to connect with it. Our demographics across the board, we have no idea. Like, it'd probably be easier for us if we knew, like, if it was just the Musclehead Bros, like, yeah, then we'd know how to market proper. But we don't.
Well, I thought this, that's what's so fun about it. Maybe the point is you guys are just doing what you're doing, and all of us, in all our different shapes, forms, genres of life, we all enjoy it. Yeah,
well, it's very flattering. It definitely works for us.
I don't know. It just made me laugh. I still think about that. Like, hey, you going to the Dead Pigeons? I love the band. I love the band too. And I wanted to be like, I like the band too. But then it would look like I was totally creeping on their conversation, like I was. So, Drew, the song we heard first, as I got off on that random tangent, "Letter to a Saint," that song cracks me up. Why did you write that song? It cracks me up because because I get it. I mean. Writing to that person that always seems to know the right answers for you, right?
Yeah, that one goes back. That one's it didn't write too long ago, but it goes back in my history of relationships of like dating people who I could just never seem to get it right kind of thing.
Why do you think that is? Do you think it's I was just having this conversation with someone yesterday, a musician, in fact, who felt like they were just never getting it right. Like and sometimes I think, is it a product of the relationship, or is it a product of that other person, or is it just the combo of two people that come together and you realize we're not going the same way?
I wish I knew. I really did. I mean, I've got it right now. I married a fantastic girl, but back then it was, I don't know if it's youth. Sometimes it feels like maybe it's just youth where you're not ready to.
Yeah.
Either party isn't really ready to settle down, or the hardest part of that is like, even if it's perfect, but you don't really want to be in a relationship. It's the self-sabotage and the.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I always think it's interesting that musicians like yourself that really can get into writing, some folks are writing from very sort of made up scenarios, and some folks are writing from very personal places. And I always think, I was reading Todd Snyder's book, and he was talking about how you have to do that. Like, if it's not about something, and if people have to ask you what it's about, then you probably didn't do your job. It seems like with your songs, you go to a very personal place, even if it's something that you have to go back to. Does that make it difficult to be in a relationship? Does your wife worry that you're going to write about things that are frustrating?
Well, the weird thing is, I guess it's not the weird thing, but the reality is, I'm able to do it where I can still remove, like it's taken personal experiences, but still remove it enough where it's not, horribly personal. The weird part is, a lot of times what'll happen is I won't even realize like what situation or what person I'm writing about, and it'll come out later where I'll be thinking about it. But it does sometimes make it hard for like live shows, especially the heartbreak songs, because it really does bring you back to what you were feeling.
That's one of the cool things, though, is as an audience member, as much as that might take you back to those moments, it also takes us to moments that, you've experienced that even as an audience member yourself, where you kind of, you get somebody's song, even if it's so specific and it doesn't have to do with you at all, but you get it. Innately you feel it and you say, yes, that's absolutely what it's like. Have you had folks come up to you feeling that way about your songs?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's one of the most flattering parts of it where, I've had people come up to me and tell me, the music helped them through different types of difficult times, and not even times you would normally think. A lot of times I would think relationship or this or that, but sometimes it's completely different. And, yeah, it's definitely one of the most flattering things about playing music. You don't think of it in that way. You just think of it as like, I'm being very self-centered and singing about my own problems, and it's the beautiful part is it crosses over into other people's problems.
Yeah, it absolutely does. We're talking with Drew here from the Dead Pigeons on Artist Direct. Thanks to our friends at Singing Hammers Construction. Okay, so the group, the band, who all is in the band for those that haven't seen the Dead Pigeons?
Right now I'm running with Mandy Fassett. She plays mandolin and fiddle.
Yes.
And Darren Christensen, who plays drums and bass at the same time.
Okay, how does that... I'm trying to picture this.
He's very talented.
I guess so. Is he an octopus?
Sometimes it feels like it's the monkey where you wind up the back and he's banging his knees together for the cymbals. And
he's like the guy from Mary Poppins. The chimney guy with all the bang. So when you guys come into town, into any town when you're going out to play, I always have this. I watch bands to find out how much do they do originals, how much do they do covers, because not everybody knows your originals, and then you throw in a cover, do it your own way, and people go crazy. Does it bum you out ever when people go crazy for a song they know, and then you come back to your song and they go to get a drink at the bar? Like, you know what I mean? Because it's a different feeling. Yeah. They don't have the same connection with it yet.
Well, to be honest, I feel kind of lucky in that way. I think our originals are good enough where we don't get that too much. Where, if anything, we wind up hearing a lot more of do more originals.
Oh, that's so good.
Very flattering, and we do. The percentages, I'm sure over the course of a night, it's at least 15 to 20% covers. We love doing covers, but from watching us, we never pick normal ones.
No.
And that might be the reason why we don't get people wanting covers so much, because we don't we don't play Wagon Wheel with
yes.
Yeah.
So what would be one of your most unexpected covers for people that haven't seen you? Like, oh, I can't believe.
Oh man, that's a good question.
Or
we've done everything from we do 9 Inch Nails on the banjo, which is a lot of fun.
Nice.
I was doing Careless Whispers for a while.
Oh, yes. Was that pre or post George Michael's passing?
Well, now it's been both.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely it was. I started doing that a few years ago, mainly because I was playing a lot of, up where we are, some really redneck bars, and It was just really fun to watch the biker guys sing along until they realized what they were singing along with.
You're an evil trickster. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my next question. You can give the name or not. That's your choice. What's the toughest crowd you've ever played to? Like the toughest bar where you walked in and you thought, this is gonna be rough.
Oh, this is easy. That's a true story. I was in Rice, Minnesota.
Okay.
It was a Sunday afternoon. I got paid to play after the Vikings opener. I went in solo. It was just me and a guitar.
Oh.
Very, very redneck crowd. They started of course, the Vikings lost. So everybody there was drunk and very angry. They started yelling country stuff at me, and I don't know country covers. I know a couple of Merle Haggard's. So I played those, and then after I was done with those, they started getting really angry. And on my first set break, the owner of the bar literally ran up with a handful of cash and gave it to me and said, "You need to get out of here. They want to kill you."
Oh no, you're kidding.
Yes. No. I was relieved, because you could feel the tension in the room. I'm a big dude, and I think they were trying to figure out how many it would take to get me to leave. But yeah, they were not happy. That,
honestly, truly, I've been doing this for 13 years now, Artist Direct. That might be the best story I've heard so far. Now I want to know the name of the bar.
I don't know if I should say it.
That's so funny. No, don't say it. That's fine.
And, it's a beautiful area. There's wonderful people up there like anywhere else.
I don't even know where that place is.
I think the real gist of it was the Vikings had lost the opener, and they were
mad.
Not happy.
You're just lucky you weren't from Wisconsin at the time and told them so. At least you're a Minnesota guy.
Yeah.
You could have been in instant trouble if you told them you weren't from Minnesota. We're talking with Drew from the Dead Pigeons, who will be at the Haymarket tomorrow night. Gosh, it's already Saturday tomorrow at 9:30. The Haymarket always loves having the Dead Pigeons in. And are you guys touring around a lot right now?
Yeah. Well, we're taking it a little bit slower just because it's that time of year.
Yeah.
We kind of gear up into summer. and then fall goes pretty good. Normally it's like after the holidays we kind of slow down. We work on album stuff. We're just finishing up a new album right now.
Yes.
Which should be out this spring.
Okay, so have you titled it yet?
Yeah, it's called Born Into This.
All right. So what's the is there a theme, is there a feeling, or is it a nice sort of collaboration of different kinds of songs?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a collaboration. The theme is mainly about being born into, the life that most of us are born into, where we're, there's like systems in place that we don't quite understand. Really simple things even of like how debt saddles us, and it sounds more depressing. It's actually a really fun, happy album, believe it or not. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely got some deeper meaning to it.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I hope that when the album comes out, you will reach out so we can play a couple tracks.
Oh, we'll definitely come back to Decorah for a release, that's for sure. Last time we were there, they had to rebuild their floors. Remember that? Oh my gosh, that's right. Wow. Yeah, you guys have a record here. you have a history. It was wild. We thought we were going to make national news breaking through the floor. And this is why we like the Dead Pigeons. They will potentially get you to break through the floor and maybe more. So the show is tomorrow, and 9:30. Of course, there's a cover at the door at the Haymarket. Everyone is welcome, and we might call out "Careless Whisper." I'll see if I can get that one up to speed in time. All right, so before I let you go, Drew, this is always fun. I love speaking with you, but before I let you go, we want to play another song off of the Dead Pigeons album that is out, and it's called Iowa City. It's such a short, jaunty song, but I like it so much. I went to college in Iowa City, so of course I have a little special place in my heart for the town anyway. But what was the inspiration for this kind of love song? It's a memory song, maybe, is better. Yeah, well, for that one, it's like I had a lot of or not a lot. I had a few on and off relationships, and I was always a sucker for, like, someone would find something better and take off, and then they'd come back, and I was very much like, okay. And that's kind of the inspiration of it, of like thinking you're in love with somebody when they actually come back, realizing like it's not really love. Yeah, and it's also about loving Willie Nelson and how songs can connect to people and ruin songs for you even. Yeah. Yeah. I know. He's my favorite. He's my top. So you got me at Willie. So there we go. The Dead Pigeons. Drew, thank you for joining me this morning. I really appreciate it. Well, thanks for having me, Jeni. I appreciate it too. We will see you tomorrow night. Yeah, looking forward to it. All right, the Dead Pigeons at the Haymarket tomorrow night. They're on Artist Direct thanks to Singing Hammers Construction. We appreciate their support. Right now, off of the Dead Pigeons album, it's Iowa City.
Had a girl, and she was pretty. She left me in Iowa City while Willie sang Blue Eyes crying in the rain. But then she showed up at my door when I moved to St. Paul. She said, big things turn to nothing at all. She said she loved me, but the words didn't sound the same. 'Cause sometimes what you said or what you did say changed me in a single day. And sometimes like you never said them at all. Girl, and she was pretty. She left me long before Iowa City. And I can't listen to Willie, just seems wrong. could go back and change one thing, that'd be that song I heard him sing. Man, I used to love that goddamn song. I used to play it over and over just to sing along. But now I can't listen to Willie, it just seems wrong.
Thanks for listening to Artist Direct on FM 100.5, your inside scoop on the music scene. Tune in again next Friday for another Artist Direct, brought to you by Singing Hammers Construction.